Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with another Power Rankings video. Joining me, as always, is Kamell. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? I am doing great, and yeah, we're ready to talk about the power rankings.
Yeah, and joining us this week is gonna be Novo and EheroXGP. How are you guys doing?
All
Sarat.
right.
Good, good, good. So if you guys are new to the video, you haven't seen one before, what we do is we track tournaments going on during the week, and we see how the decks do, and we assign them points, and then we rank them accordingly. So if a deck gets first place, it'll get 6 points. If it gets second place, it gets 4 points. If it's a top four finish, it gets 2 points, and if it makes the top eight, it gets a single point. And then the tournaments that we watched this week were Battle Phase Friday, Battle Phase Monday, the Pharaoh's Cash Tournament, the Meta Weekly, and the God Tournament. So, that being said, here comes the list. Bam, there you go. Shiranui in first place again, followed by Dark
Sure,
Magician.
now that's something else, right? Dark Magician held the first place spot before,
Yep,
but now Shiranui are clapping back, beating them out by a single point.
that's close.
And again, I think that even though Shiranui have a vital weakness against Dark Magician, that they lost Cosmic Cyclone, the sheer overwhelming amount of people playing Shiranui, because there's a wave of people who have invested into the deck now that they see it didn't get hit very hard at the
Yep.
other decks. So there are a ton of people playing Shiranui. It has the most tops: three, four, five, six, eight tops. So yeah,
Yeah,
man.
first place this
Shiranui,
week. It was third place last week. So, like we were
I think
talking before, just always in the top four, usually the top three of the power rankings.
right. Shiranui is going to be one of those decks that you have to account for when you're in a tournament for real, because chances are you're going to face one of your Swiss run.
Yeah. All right.
Novo, how you feel about Shiranui?
I'm sorry, who you calling me or whatever? I didn't hear that.
How do you feel about Shiranui?
Yeah, it's an easy deck to pick up. Have a friend who just got it like a week ago and just got back into the game. Still a good deck despite the hits. It's back row deck among other things.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't
Honestly,
be.
yeah, really accessible. And that is really contributing to its performance this week. So yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it is. It is definitely on fire. A lot of people are playing it, and it just keeps getting a little bit better every week.
Yeah, it came out originally like in December. I was looking at the boxes when they came out and stuff. Yeah, December. So it's been around for almost 6 months now.
Right.
All right, moving on to second place, Dark Magician. They were in first place last week, and if you look at this one, if you really study the numbers and whatnot, the PCT, five of their
Whoa.
top eight were Dark
Yeah,
Magician.
that is insane. Five of their top eight.
Yeah, so this deck performed really well that day, and it took first
Yeah.
place in both battle phases.
So he got two tournament wins. Dark Magician is still,
Yeah,
even though it's second place, it's still like at the same level as it was last week. Still utterly dominating. It won both battle phase tournaments this week. Well, that's something else.
yeah.
Yeah, again, like the same case with Shiranui, really, and I think that's the reason why we're seeing these decks on top. Just people realize that these decks did not suffer much from the recent ban list. They did not lose much. You can still just alter your playstyle a little bit and perform extremely well. And a deck like Dark Magician is very versatile and allows you to do that very well.
Yeah, we talked about that in the video I did with Herf, where the question was Dark Magician post ban list. What has changed? And it basically
Yeah,
nothing.
a lot of the comments are like, well, not
Nothing.
shit, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Dark
Nothing
Magician didn't
changed.
change at all.
Yeah.
Clickbait.
Well, it was just it's a fair question. What changed? Nothing. Okay. All right. Moving on.
Can't get hit till after Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that works. It's gonna be Blue Eyes and Dark Vision in the finals, and you're gonna like it whether you like it or not.
Right.
And then we'll think about hitting it maybe.
Now, Dark Magician's gonna be around in some form forever. Same with Blue Eyes, right? You got to keep your marquee decks up and playable, so people keep playing them and pretending they're Yugi and Kaiba.
Mhm.
It's a deck I'm fine playing with, but it's really annoying to play against.
Yes, exactly. All right, third place, and I think this is a distant third at 11 points, so it drops off dramatically. A 10-point spread between second and third. The best deck in the meta right now, tier 1.
Now, in defense of Cristrons, there is a drastic difference in the amount of people that have access to Cristrons in comparison to Dark Magician and Shiranui.
It's like a $400 deck.
Right, and Cristrons maintaining the top spot out of decks that are not Dark Magician and Shiranui is an accomplishment. At 11 points, they got a second place in Battle Phase Friday. There were 2 out of the top 4 in Battle Phase Friday, and 3 out of the top 8 in the Meta Weekly. Now, I think that when we do see them at the top of the ranking, it's because a good player snagged a tournament win. So 11 points right behind the other decks. You can see that they didn't get a win. They didn't, place very high except for the few good players. And that's what is contributing to their third place ranking. But I do think that you still have to account for Cristrons a lot.
They are a great deck, but they got 2 things. They're hard as hell to play. They're not like Shiranui or Dark Magician. And then 2, I'm not even kidding. It's like $400 to play this deck because you got to get all the Cristrons, right? And then you got to get the other Cristrons in the other box. And then if you want to play the SSA version, you got to get 3 SSAs. You got to get a Citadel Whale, and then 3 Genix Undying.
Therefore, the whole SSA engine is in the selection box. So,
I know, but to get all your stuff out of the selection box can be a little pricey, if you know what I mean.
It's a deck I have, a deck I don't know how to use.
Right. I play it. I'm okay at it, but you pick up the new favorite hero deck, you can win a lot faster with it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that don't like to fight against Cristrons, but there aren't that many competent players. That's the one thing. It is a very strong deck, but it's also very expensive, and it is really hard to play. It takes a high level of mastery to actually be good with it.
Well, because you basically have 6 options to go into every turn, right? Your synchros, so it's like, I got to set up to go into a synchro. What synchro do I want to set up for? And then just pray for the best.
Also, how you get to that synchro too as well, but yeah.
Right.
All right. So on to our number 4 spot is Invoked Element Saber. Now, Element Saber is they have been a regular kind of guest in this mid-range part of the power rankings lately.
Yep.
And another deck that is falling off drastically in representation. A lot of people are moving to other decks. Element Saber is not the go-to 100% win deck anymore. They did receive a pretty sizable takeaway from the ban list, not being able to procure from the hand and dodge Lancia, stuff like that. So they're a lot weaker to hand traps in that sense. And it shows in tournaments. Cards like Lancia, like we'll talk in our side deck or text video. Lancia, I believe, is in both of those videos. If you watch them, if you go watch those videos, Lancia is a killer card to Element Sabers and other cards like Unending Nightmare in the tournament scene. Those side deck cards are absolutely devastating to Element Sabers, and it shows in their tournament results. Only 5 tops this week.
I think it also comes down to, it's kind of like Cristrons. No, it's not as big brain, but it's a slower play style. I ain't got time for that. Just give me Shiranui, give me Dark Magician. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna get it done. Give me heroes or whatever. Let's get it done. Now, when you see Element Saber games, it's like, oh my god, it's gonna be a 20-minute game for one game, right? You see an Element Saber mirror in a tournament, it's like, call me when it's over.
I'm one of those people who play sabers. I deliberately, not slow down the game, but I prefer to grind it out to secure the win rather than try to make it really push.
Right. So I think
I do value that approach.
I think for a lot of people, it's like, give me the Shiranui, give me the Dark Magician. I can just make that early push and get it over with and move on. I don't want to sit and play a 20-minute game.
I don't want to win 10 turns later.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't think that the ban list the hit that they got wouldn't be as significant, but not being able to get that perg out quick really makes them a grind deck, and a lot of people would rather just win on turn 2.
Yeah, I would. I don't want to mess around. Let's get this over with.
Yeah, for sure.
Speed duels, baby.
All right, and our number 5 spot on the power rankings goes over to Black Wings. Black Wings is a deck that has maintained another mid-range spot on the power rankings, which is good. We saw that we predicted or it was said on the channel that Black Wings would take the spot of Heroes as the more consistent and widely played OTK deck, and we can see that is true. Black Wings receiving 3 tops, including a tournament win in the PCT, and yeah, I
I'm
just think
guessing
that
they must have a good matchup against Dark Magician.
Yeah.
Because it was the PCT. They had 5 Dark Magician out of 8 tops. So
yeah, I wonder how many Dark Magician that guy faced on his
Right.
way up. Yeah, Black Wings. They haven't made a real breakout week since that one week that they were first place, and I think that they've just kind of fallen off a player here or two there since then, but they're still pretty good.
right. And then we do got to do the honorable mention in 6th place. Do you see what that is?
Okay, that's what you wanted for your honorable mention. Okay,
Well,
so
what
yeah,
else are you gonna do, right?
so
Yosenju's.
yeah, Yosenju's Young Whale won the Meta Weekly. He
It's just
clapped -1, 2-0 in the top 4 of the Meta Weekly.
We don't talk about that.
Oh, you're gonna put a picture of his tweet on screen when
What do you say?
He was just saying like it's so sad that Yosenju was a top cut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think I might have liked that one, or maybe I liked a different one than the next one sent.
yeah. But yeah, Yosenju's, we see it every now and then. Young Whale, we're gonna have to talk to him about that later. So yeah, congrats. But my honorable mention was gonna be the deck that me and you were playing a lot this week, Favorite Heroes, from the new structure deck. As we were saying, it's a very consistent and powerful ladder deck. I am interested to see how it does in tournaments. Maybe this week it wasn't as represented because not many people played it, but I'm interested to see where people take it in the coming weeks.
I think
So,
the
yeah.
deck's got to be refined. People don't know the ratios, what cards to play in it. Because even you and I, when we were talking about it, had different versions of the same deck.
Yeah.
How many vanilla Neos do you play? Do you play Necro Valley? Things like that.
Right.
Or Stratos versus
Alias. And
Yeah,
stuff
Alias.
Like
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of questions on the deck right now, but it's a fun deck. Like
Yeah.
I said, I picked it up. I got King of Games like overnight with it.
And Favorite Heroes only
Yeah.
doing the same and doing as well as regular heroes. So
That's hilarious.
yeah, that's something to take into account.
Yeah. So if you already have the Neos engine, like we encouraged you to get in our engines video, you can spend
Yeah,
less than $10 on this and get going.
And check out our video on the Hero structure deck that just came out. That video is doing great, and there's a lot of information on the cards. PDS and EHero really know what they're talking about in those videos. In that
Yeah,
video.
I told everybody if you already have the Neo stuff, get the new structure because you're gonna love it.
Yeah, because I think that's under $10, right? Because if you get the sales, you get the sleeves, you get the mat, and then another deck is all under $10. So
Yeah, if you get 2 of each, you have a deck that you can get to cog with a little bit of effort.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
But
So,
yeah, that's going to be it from us today in the power rankings. Guys, be sure to like, comment on this video. Tell us what you think is going to be on top in the coming week of the power rankings. And we're going to say it again. We just finished our first week as Twitch partners. These streams have been absolutely amazing, and the support has been crazy. Over on twitch.tv/Duel Entertainment. If you like what we do on YouTube, you're going to love the tournaments, Rise stream, my stream, PDS stream, and me and Circus stream. The tag team tournament. It is great. So yeah, be sure to go and catch us on Twitch. Join the Discord for information when we go live on Twitch. And yeah, thanks for watching.
all right, we'll see you next time.
Peace out.